may be celebrating this Valentine's Day with a little vino, but what wine goes best with your holiday dinner and dessert? Here with his top picks that won't break the bank. Ray Isle, wine editor for Food and Wine Magazine and author of the blog The Tasting Room. How tasteful. Well, Ray, we even have some expensive wine at the end, which we'll get to in a moment. But first, the cheapest sort of good bubbly that you can get.
You got to have bubbly on Valentine's Day. It's necessary. And what I like, you can't really touch champagne for under 30, 35 bucks. So what I like is Prosecco from Italy, which is a little bit fruitier than traditional champagne. Right. This one from Nino Franco is about $15, and it's a really terrific sparkling wine.
You ever put a sugar cube in a glass?
You can put sugar. The other thing you can do though is this is also great the next day for mimosas. If you,
I love mimosas.
Need a little brunch going on.
Now, of course, Valentine's Day is a day for lovers. Oysters is a food for lovers, and we have a wine to go along with those oysters.
Yes, we do. Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc from Marlborough, New Zealand. So New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs have this incredibly intense citrusy kind of zinginess to them that works really well with raw oysters. It's also great just with any kind of seafood too, if you're not a raw oyster fan. But again, this is
it very dry or
very dry, very crisp, almost kind of like laser-like, precision.
Fantastic. And this would be what, about 15 bucks?
15, 16 bucks. Prices vary state to state because of the nature of the wine business, but around in that, under 20 zone.
Okay. Where, by the way, this is from where?
From New Zealand.
From New Zealand. Okay. Yeah. Now, let's get into the main course. We're talking dinner, and you want to have a steak, again, to kind of get the juices flowing inside. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And
a nice red for dinner would be?
Something big and rich, something intense. And so Central Coast Syrah, I like this one, Petite Russe, which is from a company called Clos Mimi. The name's on the back. And this is
that French?
It's actually it's a California guy who just happens to like
petite
and this and that, and it's a pink label.
It's Californian,
but it's totally Californian, Central Coast California, big, rich, spicy, really kind of exotic aroma.
What is that, like a Cabernet or?
It's like a Cabernet with a little more kind of animal quality to it, which is why
animal quality. I like it.
That's why I like it for Valentine's Day.
That's about 20 bucks.
That's about 20 bucks.
All right. Now, I've never been a big fan of the sweet wines, but some people like them to go along with desserts.
Exactly. And chocolate is actually really tough to pair wine with. Chocolate's a really strong flavor.
You get a broader shot of that. Pull that back a little bit just so we can show how small that bottle is.
This is a half bottle.
It's a half pint. It's a half-size bottle.
It's a half bottle of 6 grapes port from Graham's. Graham's is one of the great traditional producers of port. Dark, sweet, rich wine. It's higher alcohol, 20%.
Right.
My wife always said it was a great date wine. And we got married, so I guess it worked.
Right. So you were drunk when you got married, is that right?
Aren't most people?
Yeah. But this is not as expensive. I first saw it, I thought, that's one of those $80 bottles. It's only about, what, 11 bucks
for the half bottle? It's about 11 bucks. And you really don't need more than a half bottle. It's potent.
Finally, and then finally we go for the more expensive stuff, but not over 100 bucks.
No, not over 100 bucks.
Real champagne.
Real champagne, beautiful champagne, and vintage champagne. And they only release vintage years when they're really good years, so it's not every year that they come out with one. Laurent-Perrier, 1999 vintage. I think this it's 70 bucks. You'll find it discounted here and there, but 70 bucks is pricey, but it's not crazy, and this is fantastic champagne. So, any of the names like Dom Perignon Cristal are going to be 150.
Yeah, forget it.
This is really beautiful.
That's the same stuff at about half the cost.
If you have plans to ask one of those major questions on Valentine's Day.
FoxBusiness.com, by the way, has all of these wines listed, so if you didn't write down the names fast enough, you don't have to worry. Go to FoxBiz.com, FoxBusiness.com, and to get all these wines. And Ray Isle, you are a genius. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck. Have a great Valentine's Day. Well, the food police...